Hello, hello. Hi. Good morning to all of you. I hope the audio video is all right. Okay, it looks like it is. Good. Hi. Can you confirm if all of you can hear me, see me properly? Then I think we are good to start with the session right away. All right, fantastic. Hi, Sean. All right, I'm going to start. Here we go. Question number one. Nifty Microcap 250 index. What's your view? In general, I haven't seen specific numbers on the index level, Epic Economics, but in general, I would stay away from SMEs, small caps, and micro caps. Now, if you see, like in the last month or so, the flavor of the market is changing, right? And probably it looks like we're transitioning from one phase of the bull market to second, where easy money is kind of gone now. Now we'll have to work a little bit harder to make that extra alpha. I don't think I would be very pro micro cap in this environment. Epic Economics again. What would you suggest a SIP in large cap fund or a mid cap or small cap fund for a 26-year-old boy? Okay, that's a great question. I cannot suggest anything. I'm not a registered advisor. But in general, I think depending on how active you want to be, um, in general, I would be a little more inclined to start with large cap now and then maybe move, add some small cap funds after 6 months, a year, depending on the market environment. Hello, waiting for the level 3 results. I've been looking for jobs in core finance domain like equity research or investment banking. I've given 6 8 interviews, no response. Please help. Right, Harsh has already given 6 8 interviews. I think that's a good enough sample size for you to know what's going right and what's going wrong for you, Harsh. Um, so first, figure out if you can get some sort of a feedback on your interview skills. And apart from that, just keep on applying. I mean, the more you apply, the more opportunities you're going to generate. If you're a part of FinTree placement, participate there. Ojal, gave my level 1 last month. What should I do in my free time till results alive? Read, Ojal. Learn some skills, learn financial modeling, read some books, read research reports. Try and, I think, if you're a level 1 candidate, if you're a level 1 candidate, maybe it's time for you to kind of figure out within finance what domain I would like to work in, right? And that will only happen when you read a lot. So read variety of different books. Shanu Pass. I can see some questions coming on the chat box. You can keep on posting those questions. I'll take all of them in a just a bit. I have very few questions today. So once I finish the list that I have on the comments, and then I'll take your questions. Shanupas have job offer with Namura, structured deals, global markets, middle office. What's your view regarding this domain growth prospects? How realistic is it to join JPMC Goldman in front office roles post my stint in Namura? Level 3 FRM2 is remaining. Shanu seems to have done a lot of it. Structured deals is not a bad role to be in. Of course, a lot of the work is automated, but structured deals you still get to do some stuff, which is fun. Um, Decent career growth, good pays as well. Namura in general, I've heard is a good employer. That's the feedback that I've received from some of our candidates who worked at Namura. Now, uh, shifting to front office again is going to be very difficult, right? Very few front office roles in India, if you're talking about India. Within that, typically IIT, IIM type of profile. So I'm not sure how easy front office move would be, but what you have got now, Shanupas, which is a structured deal middle office, it's not a bad role for sure. All right, good deeds. Hello, sir. I feel stuck in operations, looking to switch career in front office and in banking. Don't see much opportunities. Should you throw some light on what should be my career switch? Client servicing, financial planning would be a good alternative. Client servicing, no. Financial planning, yes. You need some. I'm not sure what's your education background, but I'm guessing if you're working in operations, that means you probably don't have like a very foundational education background. So maybe look for programs like CFA, FRM, learn financial modeling skills, start applying. It's a very usual, well-charted, well-discovered path. Two unrelated questions from Melissa. When is the right time to switch a job? That's a good one. Um, it's very individualistic in terms of when is the right time to switch a job. I think it's a function of two parameters, right? One, how is your learning curve? Are you still learning, or do you feel I'm kind of stagnant? So that's a starting point. Second, are they paying you good enough? Because a lot of times I've seen in companies, they would pay more when they're hiring new hirees, but they will not pay enough to the existing staff. Some companies do market corrections, but very few. If you feel you're not learning enough, if you feel you're not being paid enough, maybe it's time to now see, we are always going to feel I'm not paid enough, right? So you've got to be a little careful with second one. But if you feel your salary is below par, it's a time to switch. Um, Very rarely I've seen situations where today people stay with one company for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. That used to be thing of the past. What would be your suggestion for investing as a beginner from salary? Is it better to directly into stocks or mutual fund? How can we build a good portfolio? Mhm. If you're a beginner, you know, I'm assuming you're a student of finance. Um, if you feel you want to spend and invest a significant amount of your time in researching stocks, do stocks. If you feel no, I don't want to do stocks, find some good advisor, do mutual funds. It's the easiest, smartest way. It's good. It's good if you uh, stick to financial discipline right from day one of your job. So the earlier you start, the better it's going to be. All right. So keep that in mind. If you have the skills, do the stocks. Rishikesh Bhapkar, can you shed some light on relationship between interest rates and commodities like gold and silver? What role do they play in situation of rise of interest rate? It's an interesting correlation. I've not done it myself, but I've obviously heard and read some reports. In general, you would expect commodities to do a little bit better when the interest rates starts reducing. And it's a typical economic cycle. You would expect commodities to be uh, under pressure when the interest rates are higher, which is kind of the current environment, right? So, so the way I look at, I generally don't do commodity investing, but if I had to do, I will do a commodity plus type of investing, right? Some sort of a value add. If interest rates are high, commodities are low, uh, commodity plus becomes an interesting opportunity. So what I mean by commodity plus is if you're taking steel as raw material and doing some value add, let's say you're building some cables out of it, right? Or you're taking copper as a raw material and building some cables out of it. So something on those lines. Good deeds. I've informed my manager about pursuing CFA. She does not support and micromanages. What should be my reaction or response? Hmm. Um, I generally say this all the time that, um, and this is for all of you. If you're looking for, you know, certifications, sorry, if you're looking for experience early in your career, choose your bosses rather than choosing company. Okay, it makes a lot of difference if you get opportunity to work with inspiring bosses. So if you feel that your manager is micromanaging and probably not letting you study, and I'm assuming your work requires you to know finance better, these are the signals that maybe you're not at the right place, right? So either you internally see if you can, there is a moment for you to work in a different role which requires a little more higher level of finance, And if not, then you just look for different opportunity elsewhere. AK the reader, thank you for taking these sessions, answering questions. I'm engineer by training, working full time, planning to take May 25 L1 exam. बहुत लंबा लिखा है यार. Planning to finish L1 by Jan, then revise May 15. Will this work? Am I too ambitious? I'm running on tight budget so that I can't afford live classes. Can't afford deferment. Okay, let me read again. I'm engineer, working full time. Take exams in May 25 and L2 in November 25. Planning to finish L1 in Jan. Take a break from L1. Finish off 3-4 topics in L2. बहुत ज्यादा हो रहा है भाई आपका. कौन है AK द रीडर? ये कह रहे हैं कि मैं L1 की पढ़ाई करूंगा. Then I will take a break within L1 studies. I will finish L1 studies. Then I will study L2. Then I will study L1 again. फिर मैं एग्जाम. क्यों भाई इतना? Why do you want to make your life so complicated? And if you cannot afford, just work, dear. I mean, it's simple. You're an engineer. You're you should be able to get some sort of a job for yourself. And I'm not saying you don't have to take any tuitions. I mean, CFA can be pulled off pretty much by self-study. But what you're trying to do, to me, does not look like a very rational thing to do. And again, what is the objective here? Are you trying to learn or are you trying to pass the exams, right? Because if you're trying to pass the exams, then शायद जैसे अब इंजीनियर बन गए वैसे ही आप CFA भी बन जाएंगे. Then it would be of no use. I'm sorry, I'm being a little blunt here, but I just have to say what I thought I should say. Um, Yash Mitkar, I gave my level 1 exam. I manage portfolios of large amount. I'm not using the amount here for my clients. After the results, should I get a job under fund manager, uplift my skills and continue scaling my clients? I'm 22-year-old. भाई आपको पैसे किसने दे दिए? This guy is 22-year-old. He's managing a sizable chunk of money from clients, which is friends and family. If anyone from your friends and family is listening, please इसको पैसे देना बंद करो. This is, come on, brother. You need to learn. See, you're dealing with people's life savings here, right? There is a responsibility on us, and at at this age and this level of understanding, I really doubt you have the maturity to manage that kind of money for other people. खुद का छोड़ो, बाकी लोगों का तो और भी risky है. So stop doing that. Return that money back to them, uh, and then start working. Gain some experience. Then you do, if you want to do anything else, right? But you're on a slippery path, my friend, and this is, by the way, completely illegal under the SEBI guidelines. So if any of your clients decides to sue you, you're in trouble. Don't do that. Okay. I'm a final year student. I'm preparing for CFA level 1. I want to have a few years of experience before doing MBA. Should I target equity research, investment bank? Where will I have higher chances of breaking in the industry? I've heard investment banks take people who've done MBAs. Equity research try कर लो. See, you're a student. You're a student, brother. Deva, क्या नाम है? Deva 4863. जो मिलेगा वो ले लो. Like, just take whatever that comes your way, as long as you're not doing operations, right? Even if you learn marketing, there is no harm. Sales, marketing, all of those you can try. After MBA, I want to join investment bank. Will mid-office IB experience valuable? नहीं. Mid-office experience is generally back office, and India में a lot of middle offices are actually back offices. Right? It's big fucking scam that's happening there. So नहीं, मत करो. Don't go to operations. Rather, look for any of the role where you get opportunity to meet clients or do some critical thinking. ये Arjun has a very big question. I'm not reading that. Ankita Singla, what's your view on doom strategy in this market? Uh, Ankita, it's interesting you asked that now because I was reading one uh, report by, I think, Nestra, जिसमें शायद लिखा था, I don't, let me just check if that report is ready with me here. Yeah, I think that report is ready right here on my screen. Maybe, I don't know if this is copyrighted. Let me see if I can show it to all of you. Okay, my screen should be visible to you now. Yeah. Now, look at this. This is for Nifty Total Return Index. Okay, this is from a report called DSP Nestra. These are available free, of course, you can read on their website. And I want you to look at this particular data point, right? What does it mean? It means consecutive months without a 5% decline. We have had 53 months when the markets have declined 5% or less on a consecutive basis. Prior to that, 31, prior to that, 38. So clearly, doom strategies, deep out of the money options. Typically, very simplified version of these strategies. You buy out of the money put options and you wait the market gir jaye, you wait for markets to collapse. Clearly, uh, this from 1999 to 2011, this was a good time in Indian markets to run some sort of a doom strategy because we did not have we did not have continuous period of time when the markets were not falling, right? Markets were falling quite regularly. That has stopped happening here from August 12th, right? And then after that, this is the environment where I think doom strategies as a whole will generally not work. Now, how will the future hold? No one knows, right? But at this moment, clearly, I'm not really pro at looking at those doom strategy type of situations. Okay, what next? I feel depressed that market is going up may end up situations like Japan, Nikkei 2025 could not cross 1990 level in 30 years. हो गया cross अभी. I think it has crossed at previous high. Retail driven market doesn't look good. Doesn't look like it's getting stopped. SIP is increasing on month-on-month basis. जो सब खुशी वाली चीज है उस पे इसको दर्द हो रहा है. Almost all stocks are 5x, 10x. It's fine. See, it's very simple. Japanese market didn't do well because the earnings did not catch up with valuations. Right? It's very simple. If an economy is going to, and see, they had different problems, and we're a different economy as such. I mean, we can keep on going, right? GDP growth, population, our fiscal stance, reserve levels, currency, everything seems to be working out well in India's favor at the moment. Retail participation is good. India retail participation is still lower than what wealth participation we have in the Western countries. So we have a long, long runway to go. अभी शुरू ही नहीं हुआ है. This is going to continue for 20, 30 years. You should feel lucky that you're born in this generation, that you'd get to participate in a market like this. It's a market to make money, and it's right in front of us. I think all of us, if we're smart and we're tactical about how we do it, I think all of us should end up substantially better on the other side of the curve. Can you make one video like how you reach to this level? It's going to motivate people. If I reach to some level someday, I will. Ankita, I don't feel I've done enough, right? And I don't feel I deserve people's time to do a video like that at the moment. Okay, Sakshi Shah. I did PGDM distance learning in finance, completed in 2022. After that, I am doing swing trading, shabash, until today. I want career in equity research. I want to pursue stock market. I'm very much interested. Can I get a job? How can I find job? Should I take another degree or take job, get practical knowledge? अरे बाप रे इतने बार जॉब और डिग्री यूज कर लिया है. Sakshi is very simple. You need to study finance. Sign up for CFA. I think if you want to do equity, just sign up for CFA, start studying, and stop your swing trading. Right? See, trading eventually I've spoken multiple times about trading. Um, at least get the basic skill set before you decide to kind of start playing with your money. I don't know why people are doing that with their money. Anyways, what's your investment time horizon? That's a good question. Uh, Typically, if I buy something, I would never want to sell. That's what I tell myself that, hey, I'm buying this for 10 years. There have been some stories where I've bought and I've kept them for a long period of time. I think some of the stocks I own from 20 2010, 2011. I've been owning certain stocks with them. I don't buy those stocks anymore, but I have not sold them. I just want they're sitting idle in the portfolio. Um, but yeah, I mean, on an average, I would say easily 6 to 7 years. I wouldn't sell unless I'm doing some tactical, short-term bet where I'm expressing some views. How to get into structured finance, RMBS, CMBS, issuance valuation? I think Bikes and Brew plenty of opportunities in the market. CFA, FRM, study either of the two courses, start applying. I think these are niche profiles. You need some networking. If you're a FinTree student, we have decent no places where these opportunities are available, and we also have people there. Get in touch with placements. We can help you there. All right. Supratik, thank you for amazing Q&A, giving level 1 November. I'm working in cybersecurity sales role, but planning to move to wealth management sales role after L1. How can I find these roles? Uh, ठीक है. I'm planning to give CAT after L2 as I've heard a lot of people saying we can't get quality role just with CFA. Is it true? I should pursue MBA from top colleges. देखो, uh, people saying that you can't get better roles just with CFA is saying for certain profiles which is not the core competence of CFA. So if your game is to do front office investment banking, then I think MBAs are very helpful. But if your goal is to do anything that requires research, CFA by itself is good enough, right? In your case, you're saying it looks like you want to get into private wealth. I don't really think you need an MBA. I think the do CFA in level 3, take that specialization of private wealth management, start working. You and private wealth is a lot of client-oriented, front-ended role. It is also probably going to be least or last affected by AI. So you're at a good place. You're thinking right. MBA, I don't think would be really necessary. But again, it's your choice. I'm happy at level 1. This is, I don't know whose question is this. I just have a screenshot here. I recently joined UBS India as a security specialist reconciliation under investment banking operations. The finance subject is nowhere related. The role is about matching the break in orders. I wish to continue work for a year. Um yeah, you've taken a job, so it's fine. But had I been at your place, I would have quit that job. I'm kind of saying this as an extreme, but the thing is, if you work in operations for too long, I've experienced this. It becomes very difficult to transition people out of operations role. So if you keep on working in operations, it's going to be tough. I mean, you're saying you work for a one year. Instead, what I'll do is just float my CV in the market and generate alternate opportunity. But if you have financial constraints, you need to support yourself. You're in that situation where you can't survive without money. First, find an alternate job, then quit this, right? Just be a little smart about this. Okay, all right. My questions are done. I'm back to YouTube. I will be doing uh, some questions on the live chat box. I can see Pratyush spamming the box at the moment. Someone please share CFA mock questions 3-4K for free source. Free source तो पता नहीं है प्रत्युष. I'm not sure if there are. CFA Institute itself provides a few mocks, right, on their portal. I think two of them. So maybe you can use them. Stop spamming. I don't know if I can block Pratyush from here. No. All right, if admin is listening, can you, Pratyush, please stop spamming the box? Monis, I'm level 2 candidate. I've been a trader for 4 years. I'm able to generate a 7-9% month on average. I'm confused whether to take a job. अच्छा भाई साहब, Monis, you're making 7 to 9% a month. You're probably the smartest investor in the world at the moment. Do that for 4 years, and not 7 to 9%. Just do about 4% per month. Okay, and do that for 4 years, where your annual CAGR is minimum 40%. Come with your Demat account to my office, show me the proof. I'll get you a lot of money, my own money, and some of the clients and portfolios that I've advised on. And then you're a celebrity fund manager. Just be honest to yourself. If your strategies are sustainable, are they scalable? Um, in general, I'm not a big fan of trading bonus. I like in my 15 years of career, that's the test I give to everyone. Bring 4 years of record, 40% CAGR. If you've done that, you have me, right? Take my money and I'll be happy to invest in your strategies. I haven't found people doing that. Okay. Yeah. So what should you do? If I were you, I'd get a job. Harsh. Right now, preparing for CAT. After that, I will be having 6 months in my hands. Is it enough for May 25 level 1 attempt? Uh, no. Take a little bit longer. Maybe August or even November. In general, now I've started recommending people to take 9 month preparation cycle minimum, as against 6 months in the past. So that should be your plan. Abhijit Chinoy, I need help getting on the research analyst side. Sure. Learn financial modeling basic skills, start applying. It's a simple drill. I've spoken, like, listen to some of my past videos. I've spoken multiple times. Hi Kishan, how are you doing? Nice to see you here. How do you manage your own portfolio? Yeah, Kishan, so it's simple. I mean, almost entire money is on equity, except some of the treasury money that we have, which is mostly a business thing. Um, in terms of what type of stocks do I look for? So I generally look for reasonable growth. So in my head, I have mental buckets of earnings doubling in 3 years and earnings doubling in 5 years, right? Earnings doubling in 3 years are basically your think of them as the batsman who would score runs in a quick amount of time. So today hitters type के stocks, and then earnings where they will double in 5 years are more of stocks that bring stability and defense to the portfolio. And then depending on the market environment, I kind of change my allocation from 3 year doubling to 5 year doubling. So right now moving more towards stocks that will maybe grow a little bit slower but have valuation comfort in them. So that's roughly the strategy. I try to keep core portfolio to about 10 to 15 stocks, but now because of the how the markets have moved and I've not done some rebalancing, the top 2 or 3 stocks have very significant concentration. I think close to 50% in the portfolio at the moment, but I'm slowly changing that. And this is how I've been running the portfolio. When the markets are in a what we call these is a risk on environment, I move more towards small and mid caps. When markets are a little towards risk off environment, I try to move a little bit towards large cap. And that's been the general strategy. What are the best resources to remain updated about financial news? How do you remain updated regarding the markets? Any particular news website you follow? I follow Twitter. I think um, so Twitter generally is a good source to find information. You'd find almost everything that's happening in the market with Twitter पे आ ही जाता है. Then I do follow CNBC, YouTube channel CNBC and all of those. So they also pop up on my feed every now and then. I don't read any news per se, but I do end up reading a lot of different reports, right? So you get Jeffrey's report, and uh, so I'm part of several WhatsApp groups where people keep on sharing these reports. So I end up reading them. I do read these DSP reports off lately. I think last few months I've been really enjoying them. These are called DSP Nestra. I do read Motilal Oswal research reports. I think, see, if you have WhatsApp or Telegram now and you're part of any of these groups, इतने सारे research reports out there. So you just need to figure out what to read, what not to read. Uh, Why not make an equity research website like Screener and Money Control? Uh, is that's not what we want. Why you not? Why not you make? Okay, we don't really want to do that, Pratyush, because that's not the space we want to enter in. But what we do want to do is to have some additional reports on the FinTree website. In fact, just last week I had discussion with one of my colleagues. So, for example, now let's say something like there's a ratio called CAPE, cyclically adjusted price earning ratio, right? There's a particular method on how that CAPE is calculated. Right now, I don't think that ratio is available easily on Indian markets. So we want to basically produce the whole methodology and create some sort of charts on FinTree website. And there are many such things which I think we don't get in Indian markets easily. So hopefully at some stage we'll be able to add that on FinTree website. Sir, I'm 26, preparing for CFA, but unemployed. I'm skilled in DCF, financial modeling, valuation, capital IQ. What should I do? Focus on CFA or job hunting? Uh, Job hunting. Let's unite. CFA आप पढ़ते रहो side by side, because if you don't have a job at the moment, obviously you have a lot of free time. But if I were you, my focus would be more on job hunting. Get a job and then keep on preparing, making progress in your CFA. In Big Four deal advisory, which profile is more inclined towards CFA? Deal advisory, transaction advisory, business valuations. A lot of these valuation-oriented roles have, clearly a good finance orientation to them. Good afternoon, sir. Tata Motors sell call by UBS. What's your view? I don't look at Tata Motors, boss. I don't know about Tata Motors. Shortlisted for four MNCs, but after replying to HR on mail, they are ghosting. I have 1 year of experience in four MNCs. They have 1 year experience. I have done electronics from DU. I have 3 years of UPSC. I just turned 27. ठीक है भाई, आपने स्टोरी बोल दिया पीपी, बट आपने क्वेश्चन नहीं बताया. Uh, Yash, I'm a BCA graduate giving level 1 in Feb 25, unemployment. Currently, how to find job in finance domain? Uh, Apply करो यार. मैं अभी see, it's not that difficult to get jobs in finance, right? First thing you need to know is what companies I want to apply. And I've said this so many times, I'm going to repeat this again. Um Go on the SEBI website. Let me show it to you. Let's go on the SEBI website and search for just SEBI AIF or something like that. Okay, and here, if you can see this page, this is a list of registered investment funds in India. Okay, so for example, the first one you see here is 021 Capital Trust. Now, who is the principal officer? They've not given, but do they have an email ID? Yes. Right? So this is your good. Now, these are typically compliance email IDs, but this is a good starting point, right? So at least you have the names of all these guys. Now, what will I do, right? So let me go and click on some random K maybe, right? So I have this KE Fund 2. So now I will go and search for this fund online. Okay, and hopefully I'll land up to their website. All right, so here we go. Now, where are these guys from? These guys are from Jolly Maker Chamber, Mumbai, right? South Bombay. So now I know that. Now let's see. So now I know who the co-founder is. Now let's go and see if we can find this guy on LinkedIn, get in touch with them, right? And this is how slowly you build your network, right? So Amrit Acharya. All right, so let's say Amrit Acharya on LinkedIn. There you go. No, I don't know if it's the same Amrit Acharya, but you can find him, right? Do a little bit of research, then get in touch with them. Maybe now, see, they have a career page. It says work with us. So if you were to put in enough efforts, you will get jobs. So when people come and tell me job nahi mil raha hai, I tell them tu mehnat nahi kar raha hai. You're not working hard enough to find jobs, right? It's I mean, imagine the rate at which the industry has grown, the number of investors we have in the market. Everyone needs good quality talent. The problem is when I talk to employers, they tell me अच्छा talent नहीं है. Right? If you feel you're good, all that you need to do is reach out. Now, when you reach out, you need to demonstrate some work. So I would not do random email campaign where I'm sending one template to everyone. I will spend maybe 30 more minutes on these guys, figure out what is their investment style, what type of stocks have they bought, if I can find that out, listen to their interviews, then write them a personalized email that shows I've done the work. Right? So that's the work. So which means if you follow this process, you would be able to apply only 20, 30 applications per day. And I would recommend you go as high as up to 1,000 applications. And why not, right? You need a job. If you put in so much of effort in passing some exams, why not put in equal amount of effort in finding opportunities for yourself? How difficult is that? So jobs are available. If you're not getting a job, you're not putting in enough efforts. That's it, right? And this is just one way to do it. Then we have Naukri, we have LinkedIn, we have other platforms. Then you have your own network, right? You know some uncle, they know some uncle. So you leverage on whatever connections you have. And the more efforts you put in, better opportunities you would find. All right. Hopefully, I was able to answer that one. Let me get back to the chat box again. Kishan Jumani, I am BCom UG external doing full-time CFA. So please suggest me what should I do side by side. Financial modeling सीख लो किशन, थोड़ा Python सीख लो. Little bit of financial modeling Python, you're good enough. बस कुछ बातें. I'm CPA and MBA from FMS. Delhi University. I have more than 10 years of experience in risk and Big Four audit. I want to pursue CFA just for knowledge. What's your opinion? Not a bad idea. You should keep on learning. बस कुछ बातें all your life. Recently, few years back, I finished my second graduation in law. Uh, and I'm studying something now, but I just don't want to take exams because I don't care about degrees anymore. Uh, so the idea is you want to keep on learning something all your life. So CFA will give you a very uh, broad-based knowledge on equities, economics. It's just a fun subject to know. If you know what I mean. Like if you like finance, I'm sure you'd enjoy it. Okay, last question. Whatever I couldn't answer today, put them on the chat box. I tried to answer as many as I could. Let's see. Last question. Whose question should I take? Okay, medium knowledge. I'm CFA level 3 candidate, 7 years of experience in finance and macros, but not a con background. I'm looking for career in private credit. You take on private credit. What steps should I take to and will AI eat this space? Acha. Hmm. Medium knowledge. I think what what steps should I take? What do I think of private credit? I think it's a great space. Okay, so if you are getting opportunity in private credit, karo. What do I think about getting into private credit? It's a tough space to get in because it's a small industry, right? So very few players doing work, and the team sizes are smaller. I know HDFC Bank has a private credit fund, which is a sizable fund. Uh, and I think there is only a 5 or 6 people team that's running it. And my guess is it's more than 20, 30,000 crore type of fund. So team sizes are very, very small. So it's very difficult to get in, which means what you would have to do to create that entry opportunity for yourself is to do a lot of networking, right? And it's not going to be easy because obviously your question would be, okay, so where do I start? I think start both virtually and physically. Start with LinkedIn. See if you can find people, follow them on Twitter so that you're updated. And see if these guys are speaking somewhere, doing some events. Because I think a lot of these guys do. And then participate in them and try to build some physical networking network there as well. All right, that's it from my side. Thank you very much. Appreciate your valuable time on Saturday mornings. I will see you next week. All the questions that I could not answer this week, put them in the comments of this video. As usual, I'll answer them in the next session. Thank you and bye.